besties, and welcome to my channel, blahscrystalsale Leo Tarot. If you're new to my channel, Leo, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't leave my channel without subscribing. Make sure to like this video, Leo, if it does resonate with you in any type of way, and or comment down below and let me know what you're thinking. Take the reading, Leo, as it resonates with you. It will resonate differently for everyone. And Leo, if you don't like my shit, get out my shit, okay? Any other information that I do not state as of now will be down below in the description box. I'm waiting for some of y'all to come up in here before we get started. Let me go ahead and cleanse. Codso, good evening. Justin, good evening. Nicole, good evening. Empress, good evening. Kelly, good evening. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? No problem. Thanks for watching them. Because, you know, some people do not be appreciating. They don't be watching nothing. So that's why they're not getting the reading no more. But, you know, I appreciate y'all. You know, I got, like, a lot of hair. So, you know, like, when, like, men be trying to flirt and they be calling you, like, big head and stuff. At this point in my life, I really, truly am now believing that I got a big head. Because I feel like big head people got, like, a lot of hair. So I think at this point, I gotta just accept it. That when they call me big head, they actually mean it. So, I'm fucking out. Sandy, good evening. If I raise my arms and you see a little bit of hair, mind your business. It shouldn't be a lot, though, but I think I forgot to kind of shave. And I should put some deodorant on, too. I put deodorant on earlier. Nah. But, I forgot to go touch up. So it is what it is. If you see something, mind your business. You don't see it. Okay, but you shouldn't really see nothing. Like, I don't think it's like a lot. It's like a little bit, like a little speckles. Just mind your business. It's there. It's just not a lot. But if you see it, I'm just saying. But either way, okay, well, we did. I'm gonna give it like one more minute and we're gonna start. But if you have not signed up for the magnet jars, go sign up for that, as well as the mentorships. I did them half price only this week. So go read up on that on my website, blahscrystalsale.com. Yeah, that's what I got. Aloha. The balloon. Thank you. You know, people told me that I should be a comedian, but I feel like I probably got like natural funny. I just kind of say shit. Like, if I become a comedian, it's not gonna be funny anymore. Unless I go up on stage and I get rid of my nerves and I just kind of say shit. But then I'm gonna forget. So the audience gonna be stuck when I'm stuck. So it's really not gonna work. But I don't think that's my alley. And then I could see me getting sensitive. Somebody piss me off and then me cursing them out. So, it ain't for me. It's not for me. Like, if I ever got, like, too big, like, way too big, I would have somebody else reading my comments. So they could just block. And I could go back and read the good ones. Because I'm not here for it. I wouldn't even open any type of mail or news article or whatever else it is. I wouldn't read them. So, either way, let's go ahead and get started. So, this reading is, it's funny until it's not. It's funny until it's not. So, I don't know if it kind of came to me. It came to me, when did it come to me? Last night or early this moment. But I didn't get the spread until right before this reading. Because I was like, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be talking about. It's funny until it's not. I just got the name for it. And then I finally got the spread once I took a nap and stuff because I was tired. So, yeah, let's see what's going on. Make sure you like the video, please. Thank you, love y'all. So, how did this person try to have the upper hand over you, Leo? Leo, Spirit. How did this person try to have the upper hand over Leo. How did this person... When they say, yo, the closest people to you can be your biggest haters, that's what they mean. You got Queen Rising here. If you're a man, flip up your own ass now. But you got Queen Rising here. Stepping into power, praise, coming up, and spotlight. See, they trying to take your spotlight. And you know the little thumbnail thing? I got like a circus there. They tried to steal your spotlight. They tried to make you the jester. Basically, the butt of all jokes. How does this person try to have the upper hand over Leo? You see, I feel like it's one of those know-it-alls, right? Not necessarily like a know-it-all, but like a know-it-all. As in, like, it's one of those things of, how do I say it? I know more than you. Like, my son does it, okay? I think it's a Virgo thing, honestly. My son does it. He, like, he does the whole, well, I know this and I know that, and let me show you this, let me show you that, right? Like, he has to, like, literally be right about every fucking thing. I feel like how this person tried to have the upper hand is, I feel like, keeping you basically on the stupid train, like looking at you like you the stupid one, like you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're doing, and maybe Leo, you played dumb, but sometimes you can play dumb a little too long, then you start to actually become that version that you were pretending to be. How this person try to have the upper hand over Leo spirit? You got ignoring and tripping on you. The silent treatment. That hot and cold, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to you. Like this hot and cold treatment, I feel like. In order to have the upper hand over you, it's like, I feel like they had to try to keep you in the dark somehow, some way. Like without giving you everything. I can't give you every tool, right? Like, it's almost like they made you feel like I'm doing too much for you. Like, how do I say it? I'm doing too much for you. Like, give me a sec. I don't know how to fucking explain it. Like, I saw the vision and I lost it. So, hold on a minute. You always want something. You always need something. Even if you don't, right? It's like they pump up. They make your questions more than what they are, right? They make them bigger than what they are. Like, very dramatic, very much, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, do you know what I'm talking about? You probably don't. Let me figure it out, because some of y'all gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, very dramatic, like, anything that you ask them or come to them with, it's pretty much like a problem. It's always a problem. Like, you always want this, and you like, I only asked you once. Right? You always want me to do this. You always want me to do that. Like, you can't never do nothing for yourself. I always got to do this. Right? Something's always a problem. Sexy Diva, hello. Candy, hello. Laura, hello. Good evening. You got the Lovers and the Tower. See, they had to separate you. They had to separate you from what? Because you got the 8 of Cups right here. You got Judgment. Separate you from your birthright. Now, this could be your mama's. This could be a mother figure, okay? Or some female in your life. But it don't have to necessarily be your mama. But I'm definitely picking up mama energy here. But it's like, you're too special, so I kind of got to dumb you down. Now, this may have been because of the world, not necessarily because they were hating on you. So, like how, at least black mothers, I don't know how other people be doing and stuff. But, like, in the black community, based off of the past and everything else, how, people had to, like, in order for you to not be sold or whatnot, or I don't know where you were, depending on where you are, okay? In order for you not to be sold, you had to like dumb down your child, right? In order not to make them seem extravagant or whatnot. But for some of you guys, I don't feel like it was just because of the world. It was because you were shining. But I feel like shining as a child, like you stood out as a child. And it's like, because you shine out, because you are a star, now you got all these diagnoses. Don't lose me. All these diagnoses. Like, now all of a sudden you got ADHD. Oh, they only act that way because they got ADHD. Oh, they only act that way because their mama was on the crack pipe. Oh, they only act that way because whatever else it is. Like, I feel like this person tried to have the upper hand over you in dimming, you know, your talents. They saw your talents. I feel like young, like, so whoever this person is, I feel like they've been in your life for a while. It could be a sister at the same time too, but they've been in your life for a while. But this person, when they talked about you to others, it was always, oh, that's just such and such. Oh, they always doing that. And then it's always some type of negative remark behind your name of what it is that you're doing. But it could be somebody present, so it doesn't have to be like somebody like that. Someone did a number on you, though. That's what I'm saying. Someone did a number on you. So, Leo, if you wonder why you're not sitting powerful in your own energy, someone in your life did a number on you, whether you remember it or not. Because, you know, sometimes it can become so traumatic that literally you won't remember it. I mean, you are destined, literally destined, right, to be who you are meant to be. You're going to be that person, but sometimes that trauma could take a number on you where you ignore, you know, who you are, right? Like singing. For me, take it as an example. Singing, right? All my life, people was like, shut up, shut up, shut up. All you do is sing, right? I get bangs on the bathroom door, like, be quiet. Bangs on the room door, be quiet. Oh, you always singing. Turn the radio down. You always singing, right? Eventually, that takes a turn on you, right? And or if I started like singing group, all of a sudden, oh, well, you know, you can sing this part, or oh, I'm a sing lead, or, you know, whatever else it is. It could do a number on you to the point that you may not even know where it really even stems from, where it even starts from. Tiffany, hello. Tracy, hello. Good evening. How did this person try to have the upper hand over Leo? You got the Ten of Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you're very talented. You're very talented. You got the Chariot here. And I feel like you are meant to go places. You were always meant to go places, Leo. But somehow, some way, someone did a number on you. Some person did a number on you. Like, I feel like it was a big part of your life, like a big chunk of your life. Someone did a number on you. But I feel like you were always meant to go places. You were always meant to be big. You were always meant to, you know, live a certain type of life. Like, you are destined for this. You know what I'm saying? You literally got the Lovers, the Tower, the Judgment, the Chariot, and then bring on the Ten of Pentacles. You're destined for greatness, and I feel like a lot of you guys are hiding behind your wounds, that trauma, those words that were said to you before, the actions that were done to you before. Like, you're hiding behind that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not quite where you should be, like where you're destined to be. You got the Two of Swords. It's like you're still living a lie. You're still living in that illusion. Like, it's like, I know my life is meant to be better. Like, I know I'm meant to do something great. I don't know what it is. But it's like, it's already within you. You know what it is. It's just hard for you to discover that that is what it is because of what has been rooted in you. I feel like this person did a good number to have the upper hand over you on your life. You got the Seven of Cups. Like, yeah, you still trying to figure out, well, you know, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, what am I good at? Like, what is my destiny? And I would say, ask this person, you know, but some of y'all, you can't just ask them. They gonna gaslight you, okay? Or they gonna have some type of narcissistic, manipulative comeback or whatnot. Some of you guys, the person may be gone. Some of you guys will never get the answer that you want to you want to hear from, you know, this person. So you gotta let bygones be bygones. And I feel like this is where you go through your awakening, basically to gain back the upper hand. But what Spirit is saying here is you guys are literally, and I mean literally, destined for greatness. It's just you've gone through things where people have literally gained the upper hand by making you the little man, you know, stepping on your feelings, stepping on your dreams. Like, you had some big ass dreams, okay? You had some big ass dreams. And I feel like a lot of you guys haven't let it go. You just haven't pursued it anymore. And Spirit is like, well, that's, you know, really what you're destined to do. And you may sit there and be like, well, how am I destined to do that? Because I don't even know where to begin to even, you know, do something like that. So, for instance, like I said, take me as an example once again. Singing, right? It's not something that I do now. Like when I was younger, I just knew I was going to be a singer. Like I literally was in alignment with it. But everybody else was not in alignment with it. All the girl groups that I started or that I joined or whatnot was not in alignment with it. Right? It's like how many, I had so many girl groups, it wasn't fucking funny. But somehow, some way, they all, you know, tore apart, whatever it is. Hold on, and then, yep. So it comes into saying, like, now, right, after all whatever I endured or whatnot, is that my destiny? Was that always meant to be my destiny? Because it's not something that I'm willing to pursue now. But then it goes into, well, why not? Why are you unwilling to pursue that? Like, what if that really is your destiny? That's the Spirit saying here to you. So I feel like this person literally still holds the upper hand over you. We can easily forget and we can move past and we can go live lives, you know, in whichever way that we live our life, you know, without thinking about our past, without thinking about the trauma. We ignore it because we don't want to feel it or we forgot about it, but we haven't forgot about it. So it's like Spirit saying you could easily go live another life. But if you want the life that you were always destined to live, like you want the money flow, you want the, you know, the to go in towards the right direction, this is where that healing needs to come in, because you guys literally had somebody very close to you create this for you, block this for you, create this for you. So I still feel like they hold the upper hand, but right now Spirit is saying you're going through a huge awakening, so it's going to become more clear and more clear of what it is that you should be doing. I do feel like Spirit either has you on pause right now or they will have you on pause because they need you to truly wake up to what you were always destined to be, right? You can go on thinking, well, I can do this and I can do that and I can do this and I can do that, but you're always going to be, you know, wondering, thank you, 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 thank you so much, thank you. I appreciate you. But you're always going to be wondering, you know, what is it? Hold on. You're always going to be looking, not wondering. You're always going to be looking, right? You can keep saying, well, I'll be good at that. I'll be good at this. I'll be good at that. I'll be good at this. But you have a destiny, right? So if you keep ignoring it, right? You keep ignoring it because of what you endured in the past. You're going to keep searching and keep looking and keep trying and being like, well, what is it? This isn't working for me. This isn't working for me. Because there's something there. Spirit is saying it's already within you. There's something there. There's a gift that you have that a lot of people could not appreciate. A lot of people could not accept at the time, but it's there. It's still there. And almost like you're reading yesterday, it's crying to fucking come out. Okay? Now let's motherfucker on because it's been here too long. So how did this person play in your face? Oh, and thank you. I'm gonna fuck it up. Curios. I hope that's how you pronounce that. How did this person play in Leo's face, Spirit? Can we come on? You got the Ten of Wands, King of Swords. I feel like it was easier to get you together, right? It was easier to get you together. Now, I feel like the talent that you had, the skill set that you had, the gift that you had, whoever this person was, they had it too. Okay? They had it too. But their life wasn't easy, so therefore your life wasn't going to be easy. They had the gift too. They were criticized too. Like I always say, like, we could sit here and we could blame our parents for what they did not do, or, what they did not give or whatnot. But we got to remember at the end of the day, they went through their own shit too. So somewhere along the lines, we got to forgive. That don't mean you got to accept it truly and, like, fix something. But, somewhere along the line, you got to forgive because, shit, they did what they knew. You can't grow, you can't learn until you get into a new environment to learn something better, right? You got the Nine of Pentacles. But like I said, I feel like this person literally, I feel like they had the same thing as you. Like, it's like they saw you, or they saw them in you. They saw them in you. You about to literally go live your dream life. Life for you was a little easier than they had it, right? So if we look at the new generation now, the kids that's coming up now, they literally got technology. They being born into it. Back in the day, we didn't have that. I grew up, in the generation in between, right? And I honestly miss the old school way. I miss, like, fuck a cell phone. I'm tired of a cell phone. I'm tired of technology, honestly. I wouldn't even be here if I didn't have to be. So, like, I grew up in the generation of we still using maps. I couldn't wait until I turned 16 and I could go on a road trip, which that would never happen. But I could go on a road trip and I could use a map. I could have my best friend in the seat telling me, like, which direction to go in. But, I grew up in the generation of no technology. We always outside drinking all the water because you can't go in the house. And then the cell phones started to come about. Well, the beepers came out. And then the cell phones came out. And then, whatever else it is. I grew up in that generation. So now imagine the kids nowadays has it so much easier. The ones that's coming up now, they have all the answers. The answers are easy to find. It's easier for you to, like, come into this generation and literally, like, kind of hop into it and have all the answers. But that doesn't mean their life is easy, technically. Because now, back in the day, your business wasn't all out on the platform. Whatever you did as a child, nobody knew about unless you told it, or your sister told it, or your sibling told it, or your neighbor told it, or something, right? Or the teacher told it. But nobody knew exactly what it was that you were doing. Whatever you did probably was not recorded, right? But it goes to say, basically, don't lose me, because I'm about to lose myself. Hold on, let me bring it back. It goes to say that how you look at the new generation coming in, like it was easy, it's going to be easy for them, it's already easy for them. The same thing that person was saying about you, right? You're coming into a generation that is easier than mine. I didn't have those type of things. My parent would have did such and such to me. I would have got my ass beat, or not even just beat. I would have been like, or I was abused, or, I'm trying to protect you. So it comes in the layering of, you got to kind of be careful with this one, but it comes in the layering of, like, protection. It comes in the layering of love. But you may not look at it like, well, that was love, right? That wasn't love, that was such and such, or that wasn't protection, that was such and such. But that's how they loved. That's how they protected. But I feel like they saw them in you, in their parent, loved and protected them a certain type of way. So therefore, they continued that generational curse, and therefore they protected and loved you either in the same manner, or in the same manner, but just a bit different. Either way it goes, it still caused something within you in order to, trap you, stop you. So think about this. Whether you have kids now or you don't, at one point in time you were the child. Now that you are, like, into zodiacs and stuff, like with Kaleem, right? I'm a Cancer, he's a Virgo. Yeah, we get along, earth sign, water sign, and everything else. But I like my personal space. I really do. I enjoy it. I want to be locked up in the room. Don't talk to me. I just want to sleep. I want to be in bed. That's about it. I don't want to have a lot of conversations. He loves to have conversations. He won't shut up. Okay? He won't. I hope I don't say that too loud because they're going to burst in the room. and start a conversation about how I'm talking about him. But you know, he won't be quiet. Like he's one of those people where he's gonna get his point across regardless, right? He has to, you know, understand things before he can be silent about it. He has to get the last word. He has to be right. You know, he eats all the time. I used to eat all the time, but not no more, because ignore that part. But you know, like he has a certain type of way of being. So as a parent, now understanding, the birth chart and understanding astrology and everything else, now I can sit here and I can say I can guide my child to be the best version of himself because I am aware of these things. Now think back to the person that was not aware of who you are, right? So think about, let's just say, before I was aware about all these things, I had him. I still would have tried to be the best mother I could be, but it wouldn't have been the best, honestly, because I wouldn't have known anything about who he is as a person, like within like his birthright, right? If I had a Leo child, best believe that motherfucker is gonna be a headache. Okay? Y'all, if I go off of the Leo zodiac, not all the extra shit, but if I go off the Leo zodiac, they're gonna want to be seen here. They're gonna want to be seen there. Oh, I gotta go to this event. Oh, I gotta go to this event. And I'm gonna be like, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna take you. Right? Kaleem is like, we gotta be there on time. And I'm like, we got time. We all right. Right? But I have to like get my ass up out of bed and be like, we gotta be there on time. Because my child gotta be there on time. He said we gotta be there on time. I don't wanna fucking go, but I gotta fucking go. Right? So, now, don't lose me here. But this is the part where it's like you are discovering so much in how to, raise children or how to deal with society. Whoever damaged you did not have the same information that you have now, right? It wasn't easy to find. You literally can go on the internet and be like, angel number 222, what does that mean? Angel number 11, what does that mean? Angel number 888, what does that mean? You literally can go find this information. Now imagine whoever damaged you, because more than likely they're older, or at least around the same age or something. Either way, the first initial damage, okay? Not that whole extended damage, like it was repeat offenders. That first initial damage is the one I'm talking about. Now imagine, the older person, like literally not having the luxury of finding out what the angel numbers mean, not having the luxury of finding out what spiritual growth means. You literally got to wait for a download. You literally got to like wait for, spirit to like talk to you. And even then, what household did they grow up in? Because if you grew up in the church, you knew you wasn't talking to the dead. You knew you wasn't about to find out all that information. You couldn't talk to the dead. Like, you couldn't talk to spirit. The only spirit that you were talking to was the spirit of God, right? And even then, you didn't want to talk too damn much because you would have been seen as crazy. Who are you really talking to, right? It would have been someone demonic that you were talking to. So I feel like this person playing in your face, I don't feel like it was purposely done, but it was done to you. So accountability, basically, if you don't ever receive it, spirit is saying, like, I see it, I know it. This is your accountability. You may not ever hear it from that person, you may not ever receive an apology from that person, but this pretty much is it. You say your Cancer mom is a handful. I believe it. You got the Page of Wands. Like I said, you was meant to be on the stage. Look at that one wand that you have. Look at your little childhood right here. Look at your hopes and dreams, literally. That was killed off by somebody that literally was carrying too much weight. Too many burdens, right? I did the best I could with what I knew. Okay, I did the best I could. And maybe this is the reading that you need, honestly, to be able to, let go and open up to, like, who you truly are. Maybe it's not so much hearing it, but maybe Spirit's saying, like, look, this is time. We deal with the shadow work. It's funny until it's not. I think that's what the reading's called. Yeah, shit. It makes sense now. It didn't make sense at first. But literally, it's funny until it's not. It was funny all this time that you ignored it and everything else. You laughed about your pain. You laughed about the trauma. But now Spirit is saying it's not funny no more. Now you got to deal with it because you can't move past it. And if you're going to be who you need to be, you got to deal with it. You got the devil. It's funny until it's not. You are not a reflection of them. They are who they are, and you are who you are. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. Look at you. It's time for that shadow work. You got Justice at the bottom. It's time for that shadow work. But literally, I feel like, you know, I don't feel like this person tried to purposely play in your face, but I literally cannot give to you what you think I can give to you. But Spirit is saying, you know, you're going to do better. You're going to do better than this person. Okay? Your generation is different. Your mission in this world is different than this person. Yeah, you know, you may have had the same mission, if anything, in this lifetime, but they did not get to that point. They were not able to accept that part of them. So therefore, it was passed down to you. It was given to you. So therefore now, your mission is different than them because you're going to carry this on and you're going to do it differently. So instead of bringing those same generational curses down the family line or spreading it throughout the community, now you're going to do it different, right? We're going to kick the devil's ass. Okay? Now let's move the fuck on. Actually, hold the fuck on. Give me a second. This would be one, like how this person played in your face, like this would be one where the devil won. So it's like no matter how much of a Christian, you know, they thought they were, or no matter how much of a Catholic they thought they were, or whatever other fucking religion, okay? Whatever they thought they were, whatever uppity person they thought they were, whatever good person they thought they were, this would be one to say that they allowed the devil to win, okay? And not like in a bad way, but they still have a mission, basically. They still have a mission. But I feel like you gonna be the one, literally just wait on it, okay? Because you may get it one day, okay? It may be last minute, though. But I feel like you gonna be the one to show them that you can live your dreams, okay? Spirit is saying, I don't want you to continue the cycle of passing it down to having your child live your dream, okay? I want you to start living your dream now because you still have a chance to live your dream. I don't give a fuck how old you are, okay? Spirit is saying, you still have a chance to live your dream. You still have a chance. You're still breathing. You still have a chance to, you know, do right, to change your life, to live your destiny, right? You still have a chance. You landed on this reading, not anybody else, so the message is for you. So you still have a chance. You still have a chance to change it around. Not everybody's going to want to listen to it. Some people literally going to come in here and say, oh, she's just lecturing or whatever else it is. And it is what it is. But you, those that are listening and willing to listen, you know, you still have a chance. That's what Spirit's saying. So whatever life you want to live, or, you know, whatever you are destined to live, you can still do it. Okay? And you can do it great. Now let's move the fuck on. Oh, shit. So why did this person do this? Why did they do it? I forgot. We was on the why. So why did they play in your face? See what I mean? You can't make it up. You got the star. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Leah. You see? Y'all seen Snow White? Ain't the Snow White? I think it's Snow White, but if it's not, mind your business, because I don't know. But you seen Snow White, the witch, or I think she was the witch. The little old lady that didn't want to be old, you know, didn't want Snow White to be the fairest of them all. You are Snow White. Okay, why did they play in your face? Because you were Snow White. They're getting older. You're young. You're able to live your dreams and everything else. Jealousy comes in all different forms. You got the King of Coins. Right? Where'd he come from? I remember, give me a sec, in the movie, somebody sucked his rings off. Robin Hood, right? Robin Hood. Okay, this person felt robbed. This person felt robbed. They felt robbed of their crown, of their spotlight, right? You took it, or they felt like you could take it, right? You have a better advantage of doing better than me, you know. And sometimes, you know, if it comes down to a parent, okay, what about now? No sound. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry. My sister called me. But even if I had put my phone on Do Not Disturb, she would have called me again. But I didn't answer though. But it messes up my timing. So I'm pretty sure it's going to start kind of going slow and not acting right for a minute. But either way, so what was I saying about the parent? Damn. Hold on, I'm going to get it. Shit. What did I say? Hold on. Oh, sometimes it's not easy on the parent to, they do their best, as in like the jealousy can come in the form of you know, I tried to do my best, right? I tried to do my best, like I tried to give to you, but I did not have all that you deserved, all that you desired to give to you, right? You were meant to be a star, but you know, we couldn't afford it. You know, we couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it. You know, single parents, you can't really take off from work to go allow your child to go be a star. You know, so it's one of those things. If I don't feel like this was purposely done, but it was created. When you know no other way, you gonna be the way that you know. And you have the Page of Cups. Look at you. Look at you. Working for Captain Hook. Literally. Just doing any and everything. Why? Because you love them. You loved them. I feel like it's not like this person never felt your love. This person felt your love. Okay? They felt the love that you had for them. You know, I feel like they loved you, but you know, you can't take the spotlight. Look at the Hermit. Y'all seen it's not the Incredibles. What the fuck is it again? The Hermit, right? He grew up in foster care, right? Never got adopted, never got loved. I feel like this your inner child, right? I feel like the reason why you can't step into that destiny is because the love that was missing, right? You gave so much. You did so much. This motherfucker did everything for Captain Hook, okay? And didn't receive any love whatsoever, basically, right? You gave so much of yourself just to allow this person, whomever this person is, to literally be in the spotlight. You weren't gunning after the spotlight. Like, we could share the whole fucking stage. It is what it is. But I feel like this person did not feel worthy enough to take their spotlight. So instead, they took yours, right? They took yours. They took your destiny away from you. They locked it up, okay? They locked it up. Good evening, y'alls. Do we need it? No. Nope, no, no. Right. All right. So, what did they expect your response to be? It's over there. I ain't getting up. Well, they knew you were going to keep loving them, or they was hoping you would. You got share the love. You got release. And you got joy and stability. Now, I feel like this is your light. All right. Now, someone does want to strengthen the bonds between you two, but I don't think they know how. Okay. So let's say there was something done to you by someone else, but your blame is put on, let's say, your parent, because if only you would have protected me, if only you would have did this. Like, somebody definitely feels guilty for not giving you what they should have given you, the proper protection, the proper love. Someone definitely feels guilty for not doing that. But I feel like this has become a pattern in your life, which is why Spirit is saying you need to do the shadow work now, because you gotta let it go. You can't hold on to that one trauma because it's becoming a repetitive trauma. So now you're no longer receiving it from that first person. You're now receiving it through different relationships. It's passing along. And you want joy and stability, but you're not going to be able to get that if you don't release it. Okay? You got to be open and able to give something. But I feel like right now you're not trying to give it. And you're not really giving it to yourself. Right? So what do they expect your response to be? So if you're unable to give it, you literally will be unable to give it to your children. Now let me show you, one way that, example, just hold on. One way that I say you will pass it on to your children, right? I don't claim to be the best mama, okay? I be trying, but it be hard as fuck. And then, we so different and stuff. But, I isolate a lot. Like, Kaleem will come looking for me like, Mommy, I want to blah, blah, blah. Oh, you don't love me no more? Then I kind of tune in, right? He gives so many hugs. It's not even funny. And sometimes I'll be like, stop touching me. Like, you already gave me a hug. Fine, hug. Okay, don't touch me no more, right? And then he'll be like, you don't love me no more? And I'll be like, I love you, okay? But you don't always got to touch me, right? What is that a reaction of? Not having that type of love growing up, right? In my family, we did not hug. Okay, I say I love you to him, and I never received an I love you. So, that was, we're not gonna cry. Hold the fuck on. Let me get out my feelings. Let me just talk. Damn it. But it's harder to actually give something that you did not receive. So Spirit is saying, if you don't do the shadow work, you are going to pass it on, right? So sometimes my child, now that he's getting older, he'll be like, oh, well, I'm just going to, or I want to be such and such. Like, he want to be away from me. And I'm like, I'm passing that on. I'm passing on that habit, right? I can't pick and choose when I want my child to pay attention to me and I'm not, paying attention to him sometimes. I got to, give forth the same amount of energy. Otherwise, I'm going to receive it back. Right? And that's what Spirit's saying to you. This is the importance of releasing it, because it's going to be passed on. And it's going to show up in your relationships too, right? My favorite love language, or my least love language is physical touch. I don't like to be touched. I don't want to be touched. Okay, unless I want to be touched. I don't want to be touched. I don't want a bunch of hugs. I don't like people that be like, hey, how are you? Don't hug me, damn it, right? So that means it not only passes on in my relationship with my child, but it passes on in my relationships with, significant others, or, friends and everything else. Because I don't just be thinking I be hugging friends and stuff, because I don't want to be touched at all. Like when people say, you know, I love you, I just be staring. And I might say me too or something, right? It's really awkward to say it. You got judgment. What is my mods doing? Oops, I deleted the wrong one. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Let me backtrack. Sorry, Tracy. My bad. It kind of moved too quick. You have the Eight of Wands. And you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Two swords at the bottom of the deck. Look, this is important for you. This is very important for you. This one trauma. Like, if you sit in here wondering, like, literally, what is my holdup of my manifestations? What is the holdup of my blessings? Like, this is the cause of you not enjoying your life. When you think back to, when you think about, you know, I want these things, I want to have these things, somebody created the lack mentality for you. Somebody created, you know, some type of thought pattern for you, right? Somebody created it. Somebody was like, we don't have enough money. So therefore now you don't believe that you can have more money because it was instilled in you, right? This is something that you have to break. Spirit is saying, look, the damage has been done. You have to break it. I don't know who's responsible. Just listen, okay? You got to break it. You're holding back yourself from having that true destiny that you are meant to live because you have seen, you know, a different life than what you desire. You don't know how to obtain those things. You don't know how to let yourself just be happy. You don't know how to let yourself just, you know, flourish in money or, you know, allow somebody to love you because you never seen it. You never had it, right? I feel like they expected your response to be probably, honestly, I don't even think they knew what they were doing so much. They didn't know the damage that they were doing. So I feel like Spirit's kind of filling it in of what the damage is. Because I feel like, you know, they were just doing what they could do, but people can do what they can do, but you don't know what kind of damage you're going to do until it's done, right? Until it's too late and the damage is already there. So I feel like Spirit's more telling you what the damage is. So, because they can't tell you what they expected. You're just living in the moment. But Spirit is saying the damage that you're doing to yourself is not allowing literally things to flow through you, flow to you. If anything, it's not easy to call something in because you're blocking it. You don't believe that you could truly have it. You don't see it. I can't hold that in my arms. And if I do get it, what's going to happen? If I do achieve what it is that I want to achieve, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Right? If I get too much money, what's going to happen? You think about the consequences of having too much money. You think about the consequences of not having enough money. You think about the consequences of, you know, being in a happy relationship. You think about the consequences of not being in a happy relationship. So, I mean, literally, what's going to happen if I do achieve these things? If I do have these things? So Spirit is like, you hold yourself back. Yeah, you say you want these things, but you don't allow yourself to have these things. And this is why Spirit is saying, once again, it is the importance of identifying what happened to you that got you this way. So therefore, you can let that go, right? You can let that go. So let's move back on. So how did Spirit reclaim your time? This wasn't supposed to be this long. It really wasn't. I was supposed to like rush through this bitch. How did Spirit reclaim your time? You was always protected, okay? You a chosen one. You was destined, okay? You got angel of the four directions. Spirit wasn't going to let nothing happen to you, and you are going to step into your destiny, so never worry about that. You are going to do it. You got the mask. Spirit they let you hide for a little bit, Leo. Okay, they let you hide for a little bit. They let you act like nothing existed. You got winter. You got surrender, and you have divine masculine. Material world at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like Spirit let you hide for a minute. They did. But now you're going to reclaim your time. You now going to reclaim your throne. That throne that you didn't know was yours, that throne that you walked away, that abundance that's actually yours, you going to get it now. You got judgment and you have the tower. You going to get it now. Now is the time, Spirit is saying. Okay? Now is the time. So if you thought you went and you got justice here, if you thought you went through a spiritual awakening before 8 of Cups, you really gonna go through one now. Okay? And it doesn't always have to be a bad thing. It's just literally, if you are sitting there like, well, nothing seems to be going right for me. Why can't I figure it out? Why can't I have that? Why can't I get that? Spirit is saying, because there is something that you will not talk about, you will not feel, you will not allow yourself to discuss or feel in order to let it go. If you keep ignoring it, you're never going to be able to accept it, accept what happened, and accept that that's not you. Okay? So, Spirit is saying, I want to give you your abundance. I want to give you all that's meant for you. I literally want to give it to you. But the thing is, you won't accept it if I give it to you. Okay? You won't accept the fact that I told you that you are a chosen one with a huge destiny in this world. Okay? To make a huge impact in this world. Hold on. I lost myself there. They said something else at the same time. Hold on. So, how could you accept, the abundance? How could you accept the abundance? I think that's wrapping it up. How could you accept the abundance? If you won't accept, basically I can't give you the abundance if you won't accept, the part of you that's hurt and release it. The part of you that's damaged and release it. Can't take it back whatsoever. But you got to find a way to move forward. You got to find a way to release it. This is your last, okay? This is your last. This is literally like, Spirit is like, give it the fuck away. Okay, give it away. You're not that person anymore. You're not that age anymore. You're not that version of you anymore. But it has destroyed you over time. And now, literally, this karmic cycle got to come to an end, right? You gotta, be in touch with your demons, okay? You gotta be in touch with your dark side. Light cannot have balance without the darkness. Darkness cannot have balance without the light, okay? You gotta accept your gifts for what they are. So we can sit here and say, for an example, the mediumship, right? I don't like mediumship readings. I do them, but I don't enjoy mediumship readings. As a child, that was taboo and everything else. I know my grandmother was a medium. I know more than damn well she was medium. She told me in the afterlife, though. But she never told me in real life. But the way she would just be sitting there talking to somebody. Okay, and she would even tell me a name sometimes when I would be like, who are you talking to? I remember somebody with the F, like probably Frankie or something. I don't know who the fuck Frankie is, though. But she would tell me who she was talking to. But I thought she was just joking or something. But either way, in the experience that I had as a child, with my family basically saying, I'm delusional, I'm not seeing anything, nobody's there, nobody's talking to me, nobody's trying to get me, eventually you grow up to believe what? It was not true, or you grow fear-based to it, my tears turned into fear instead of concern or worry, like, what is it? Like, do you have the answers? Turned into fear. So, eventually, not being able to heal the things that happened when I was younger, being looked at as crazy, grew up in my adult life of, well, I don't want to do mediumship readings. I don't sleep with the light off, right? I always have some type of light on. I open the blinds so I can get the street lights if I don't have a light on. So therefore, I don't have to accept the fact that a spirit is standing next to me. Yeah, I fucking feel you. Yeah, I know you fucking there, but I don't want to see you. Right? I can't accept seeing you, which means I can't accept the gift that I have, right? That's what Spirit's saying. So your trauma may come in different ways. It may not necessarily be, somebody beat your ass, somebody, what is it? Sexually assaulted you or something, could come in that form. But it doesn't always have to be that form. Sometimes it's just simple. Somebody wouldn't let you have a candy. And some could say, well, you threw a temper tantrum over a piece of candy. Candy for a child is something big. Candy for an adult, you need to grow your ass the fuck up. Okay? It's different. So what's traumatic for you then can build into something bigger now, right? So, you can limit yourself, or you can overindulge because you did not receive, right? I always got to waste money and buy things because I did not have. Or I got to save and save and save because I did not have, right? That's still something traumatic. But Spirit is saying your responses are showing up, in your day-to-day life. And you want better, but you're not going to be able to accept it until, or have better until you accept it. So let's move on. So, Spirit's revenge. What is Spirit's revenge? Yo, now, hello. You super late. Yes, fucking super late. What's Spirit's revenge? You have Aunt Carolyn. So look now. Look at your family lineage. Look at them. Spirit is saying, look, this is going to pass down. And I'm telling you, whatever trauma you have, you going to pass it down. Because Spirit is saying they already passed it down to you. Okay? They already passed it down to your ass. It's going to pass down. If you don't get it together. Come the fuck on. You got Miss Robinson here. It's going to pass down. It literally. This is why whoever gave the trauma to you or gave you the way of thinking, they had it done to them. It was passed down before them. And probably many generations, okay? Many generations this was passed down to or from, right? Without any changes. And you have Dr. Grant. You got them bones at the bottom. That's your ass. Spirit's revenge. You know what? Now, all your ancestors don't like your ass. I can tell you that. So don't try to call on all their asses. They don't fuck with you. Okay? Some of them love you. Some of them despise your ass. Why? Because you were able to live a life that they could not live. Okay? So, either way it goes, they got scars, they got traumas that they still have to heal from on the other side, right? So, I feel like Spirit's revenge is basically your ancestors stepping in and trying to help you to do better, right? So, you may not receive it from your mama that's still living, or your daddy that's still living, or that lover that's still living, or whoever, okay? That old-ass man that took advantage of you when you was younger, okay? Or woman. Because, boys be doing it too. They be getting taken advantage of too. I'll end up in jail, in prison. Not jail, fuck it. Prison in a heartbeat. Okay? But, your ancestors are saying, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you change. I'm going to help you do better. Literally, 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to help you do better. Okay? I'm going to help you do better. I may not have been able to do better. I apologize on my end because I made your parent like that. Right? Or I made your great-grandmother like that. I feel like their revenge, basically, in a nutshell, is stopping that generational curse and helping you as much as they can. But they're saying, look, I want to help you, but I can't help you until you accept it. But in order to accept it, Leo, you got to let it go. You got to see that it does not affect your future. It does not affect your future. Your future can be whatever you want it to be. But holding on to that past, right? Holding on to what happened in the past, all those pictures, that's what they're saying. It's literally just pictures. It's not happening to you now. It's literally just pictures. Holding on to those pictures of the past is what's going to stop you from receiving, right? You got the Knight of Swords. You got the Two of Cups, and you got the Three of Pentacles. I cut myself earlier. It burns. Actually, just give me a sec. And you got the King of Cups. Give me a sec. Now, I will say this much, right? Spirit isn't gonna be as cutthroat as you may like, right? Spirit's trying to get you out of the energy of worrying about what's gonna happen to them. What's what's the payback for them? Spirit's trying to get you out of that energy, because when you're thinking about what the fuck is gonna happen to them, they did this to you, you're still sitting in that energy, right? So I feel like Spirit's trying to get you out of that energy and just give you the love and the encouragement and the whatever that you need in order to move forward. Now, you may not like this part so much, but they're not going to stop loving that person that created that trauma for you, right? They're not going to stop being loved. So now you may not like that part, because you're going to be like, if you still sitting in that energy, that bastard did such and such to me. They didn't let me something, that really hurt me, and they deserve everything that's coming to them. What they are saying here, and I said, you may not like it, but you need to accept it, right? Because at the end of the day, they're still human. And they still deserve love in their own fucked up way. Spirit is saying they're still going to receive the love that they need, the encouragement that they need. The encouragement that they need in order to kind of keep, pushing through. Spirit God is still work on them. If they still are living, they still have a purpose in some type of way. So Spirit is saying they're still going to receive the love that they need and the lessons that they need to learn at the same time too. We're still going to be trying to get to them until they leave this earth. But the focus is you. The focus is you. Spirit is saying let go of the pictures. Anything that has happened to you already, Spirit is saying think of it like a picture. If you can only view it, it is in the past. So if you can talk about it, like when I was younger, this happened to me. It is in the past. It has happened already. You only can remember it by the pictures that you see within your own mind, within your own, words or whatever. That's the only way that you can remember it. So Spirit is saying, I want you to erase that picture, okay? See the picture for what it is and erase that picture. Stop creating photo albums of trauma. I want you to start creating the abundance, the future, okay? I want you to start replacing those traumas of your past with the exceptions of your future, or I didn't want to forget, but with the abundance of your future. So instead of saying, well, my mommy didn't give me that candy when I was 3 years old, we now replace that picture with, oh, tomorrow I'm going to go buy me a piece of candy out the store, right? I'm going to heal it myself. I'm going to go buy that piece of candy. I'm not going to overdo it and buy a bunch of candies just because I didn't receive the candy. No, I'm going to give to myself. So I'm going to go out and buy that candy, and I now get to give a new picture. I have healed that. Simple. It didn't have to be something that I cried about, or it didn't have to be something that I held on to much longer. I literally just did it within that moment. And now when I think about, receiving candy, it's going to be easier because I bought myself the candy. I accepted the fact that I was able to do it for myself, right? I no longer have to think about the day when I did not receive that piece of candy, because I received it, right? Do what the inner child did not get to do, okay? Do what the inner child did not get to do. And they'll work on whoever they need to work on, that created these traumas, right? So let's move on, because they got their own traumas, remember that. So why did Spirit, this one's going to be iffy, depending on who it is. Why did Spirit allow this person to enter your space, your life, and stay for however long? You got creativity at the bottom of the deck. You wouldn't have become who you are right now and who you are about to be without this person. You wouldn't have become it. So remember, we all come into this world with soul contracts. We just in our flesh and we don't remember it, right? And we feel like, our flesh is going to be like, oh, that's not fair, that's not right. Our flesh is going to be hurt about it. Our soul is like, yeah, bitch, I knew I was supposed to come into contact with you. I wanted to experience this. I wanted to learn that. I wanted to see, different opinions or different options, different ways. This is the life that I wanted to live. Your flesh is going to be like, I don't accept that bitch, right? Who the fuck would sign this motherfucking contract to endure this? You did. But why the spirit allows a person in your space or your life, you have trust, you have celebration, and you also have the mind. You got the Six of Pentacles again. You got the Knight of Swords again. Sorry. Believe it or not, this person helped you choose better relationships. Literally, they did. Believe it or not, this person helped you choose better relationships. You may be like, oh, how could they help me choose better relationships? But you learned those lessons early on. You learned who and who not to trust early on. Right? And you got the Five of Swords. Yeah, you learned early on. Most people, not everybody's gonna learn what you learned at a young age. They're gonna learn it later on in life. They're gonna be an adult, still acting like a child because they did not learn that lesson like you. They did not have to go through those type of things like you, but they will experience it. So you ever be sitting back like, are you fucking stupid? That motherfucker just called you out your name. And somebody's sitting there like, no, they didn't. And you like, yes, the fuck they did. Why? Because you learned that. They sitting there all stupid and stuff because they never learned it. They never experienced it. But Spirit is saying, you may look at it like somebody else that never experienced it has a better advantage than you, but no, they really don't. This person's kind of coaching or coasting through life, right? Think about their next lifetime. They gonna what? Learn lessons, right? They're gonna learn these lessons. They don't learn it this lifetime. Everything's all easy and everything else. It's not always gonna be that way. But you going through these lessons that you're going through this lifetime, your previous lifetime, or whatever else it is, right? Eventually, you're going to get to a lifetime where you're damn near untouchable. Why? Because you've already experienced all this. So now, this lifetime, I've come to enjoy. I'm not a newbie to my lifetimes, but I've come to enjoy this lifetime. So it could be coming up to your next lifetime, honestly. Not even gonna lie, Leo. Your next lifetime of where you really gonna enjoy the world. You're gonna know of the world, but you're gonna enjoy the world. Because now you done experienced it. And I feel like we are coming up on, just listen, coming up on, the lifetime of, hold on, because I should have just said it. Some of you guys of completion. Now don't get scary, okay? Don't get scary. You start thinking about death, you get all scary and stuff. But coming up on the lifetime of completion of, you may not recycle back, okay? You may not recycle back to this damn motherfucking earth-ass planet. Or, like I said, next lifetime is going to be 10 times easier for you. And it's not like you're going to be on the stupid train like the person that you was like, are you stupid? Not like that person, but you're going to be aware. But you're going to be able to enjoy because you worked through whatever you need to work through. What I'm getting here, whether it's this lifetime or just this moment, Spirit is saying this is literally your breakthrough. Your breakthrough, right? This is like the final touch. If you could get past that, okay, if you could let that go, that abundance will be called in very, very quickly. Okay? So when you go to bed, you know, before you go to bed, meditate or something, or think. Just think. Let it out if you gotta cry. So if you think about the thought and you gotta cry, let release the shit. Okay? Some of y'all are like literally holding on to not trying to remember, not trying to think about it because it's too painful to think about. But Spirit's saying, but then you hold it in, and then you can't accept it, right? You can't accept it, so therefore the abundance is still blocked. It won't come in. You're like sitting in that cage in your last reading, right? Sitting in that cage with your problems, with the problems, sitting up in there with you, sitting up in there with you. It's pretty much like, you know how they say you should never cage a cat, or what's not cage a cat, but corner a cat or whatnot. It's like that. I don't know which one you would be though, the cat or the person that would be cornering the cat. But I forgot what I was saying. I don't know the meaning to that. I don't know the meaning. I forgot. Tell you how my favorite resonate, but that's what I got. But yeah, I feel like this person, I mean, Spirit allowed this person to be in your life because you needed these types of problems. You wasn't going to be able to move past it. You asked for it, but you needed it in order to step into your destiny. Watch. Kid you not. When you can make it past this point here, whatever that biggest trauma is that literally trickles down to a lot of things in your life, think about it. Why are you the way that you are? You know, think about what it is. When you can move past that, watch how easy it is for you to finally accept the assistance. You're no longer going to be racking your brain trying to figure out, well, why am I not getting this? Why am I not getting that? Spirit is saying you are in the position of giving, where you're not open to receiving. You may look at it like, oh, well, I always receive whatever I want, right? I'm spoiled. I always receive whatever I want. In the way that you think you receive, right? But you don't receive the other things that's needed, basically. Whatever else Spirit is trying to give to you. You're not open to that. We only look at the surface level, right? That's it, of the receiving end or whatnot. But did you step into your destiny yet? According to this reading, you have not. So you may be like, well, I accept when a person pays for this. I accept when they do this. I accept when they do that. Spirit is saying, but if you have not stepped into that destiny just yet, if that abundance that is your birthright has not came through just yet, you are not open as much as you think you are. Now go back to the drawing board and look through your photo albums and figure out which trauma it is that you need to let go of. Okay? Now let's move the fuck on. So, last on our list, what is Spirit's message to you? I really thought this was going to be a funny reading. And they just want me working. Goddess of strength. That's what you got. Stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. Oh, that's a good one, Sandy. What cat would you be? Being a cat who's cornered. What kind of cat or what kind will you be? Damn it. What kind will you be? What's up? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up, cat? You know, what kind will you be? You got the hangman. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You got, look at you. You got your card, Strength. I'm telling you, you're destined. You're destined. Spirit's just waiting for you to get a little bit more confidence. Come on now, so that wheel could spin. Okay? If you could only see yourself the way that Spirit sees you. If you could only see what you were literally Destined to be. You got 9 of Pentacles at the bottom. You got the Magician. You literally could manifest. I'm telling you, this is like your blueprint. You could manifest whatever it is that you want. Yo whole birthday season is within the Lion Gate season. The Lion Gate. Come the fuck on. Wait, no, it's not the Lion Gate. Well, yes it is. Yes it is. Right? Or no? Yes it is. Because it's called the Lion Gate, so it gotta be Leo season. Yes it is. Yes it is. Right? Let me know, name. You got the 8 of Cups. And you got the 6 of Pentacles again. It is? Okay, yeah. Leo. Spirit's literally just waiting on you. When you are ready to accept it, they will give it to you. When you are ready to be over this, they will give it to you. When you're ready to put it in the past, they will give you what you need, right? When that inner child that literally calls out to spirit, not that adult version of you that's still hot and shit, right? That's not trying to heal nothing. When that inner child literally does that ugly cry to spirit, like, you know, I forgive them, or I'm letting it go, like it's no longer going to hurt me, like I'm, you know, whatever you decide to do, however you decide to do it. But I feel like when that inner child in you finally accepts it and cries out to the universe is going to start answering your prayers. Okay? As if you are what you are, but as if you are still that child. Because you are still a child of God at the end of the day. Adult or not. You're still going to get your ass handed to you by the universe now. So don't get all in your feelings and think that it's going to be just all good nature just because you was in your feelings for a moment. But you know, when you're in trouble, you're in trouble. But the Spirit's saying, you know, they're going to give you whatever it is that you need. But see, you got to be willing to ask for help. So I feel like those traumas keep you from asking for assistance. I could do it myself. Or, oh, I don't believe it's going to happen, so I'm not going to ask for anything. Now, do you see where I'm coming from? Right? You won't ask the universe. You may ask somebody else because you know they got it. But you won't ask the universe because I don't believe the universe is going to give me what I'm going to ask for. They never did before in the past, okay? But in the past, you really didn't ask them. You really didn't. You may have thought you did, but you didn't. Why? Because you were still in the energy, or you asked without believing that it would happen because you already had the notion in your mind that it was not going to happen. That if I asked, I'm not going to get it. I already know that. But now Spirit is saying, think about that trauma, let it go. And come back to ask again, okay? When you are finally done, you know, holding that grudge or whatever it is, come back and ask again. And I feel like then you will literally walk into your wish fulfillment. You will see your life change. And let me know how that go too. Anyway, y'all, that's pretty much our reading because this was long as fuck. Bye, y'all. Thanks for joining me.